Hello, welcome to your Liverpool Daily News. Three stories we're going to discuss today. The first is around Phil Coutinho. The second and third are around players that may be leaving the club this summer. We'll come to that in a moment. We'll start with little Phil, the Brazilian magician himself. Scored a hat-trick last night for Brazil against Haiti in the Copa America. If you haven't seen it, go and check it out. We've done our liked tweets on at the Redmen TV on Twitter. Although, to be fair, you've probably seen it everywhere. But two really, really good goals, and the middle one was just a simple tap-in. But first, great. Cutting in from the left-hand side as a shot actually hit it near post, beats the goalkeeper, and the second one very late on. I think it was even the seventh goal in the 7-1 win. Similarly again, comes in from the left-hand side and then bends it into the far corner. Really, really, really nice goals, and great to see him performing alongside some players that I have literally never heard of. A guy called Lucas Lima, and I thought he was Lucas Leiva. And I got really excited because he scored a goal, and it wasn't. But yeah, go and check them out. Very, very good. What's come off the back of this? The Express are once again reporting that Liverpool have rejected a bid from Paris Saint-Germain in the region of about £23 million, which is no money at all as far as I'm concerned. Phil Coutinho, by all accounts, has been asked, and he says, as far as I know, there's been no offer, but then goes on to say this is a subject for my representatives, which is fair play to him. I think, and we've said this before, Phil Coutinho loves Liverpool, the club, the city, the area, and generally loves his life here. He's not the kind of player who's going to be angling for a move away from Liverpool. But, money talks, and if Liverpool were to receive a ridiculous bid for him, I think they're in a position where they probably would consider it. But then again, also, listen, if Klopp really, really, really rates him and really, really wants him, I don't think we'll sell him. I think it'll be as simple as that. And, the fact of the matter is that if we can get a better, an even better season, I think this might have even been Coutinho's best return of goals in a season, which is great. He's still youngish, but he's 23, going 24. There's loads more to come from Phil Coutinho. And if he's I think you'd be looking at in a region of 40 to 50 million to accept for Phil Coutinho. And I think he would, and that's I think that you might stretch that because he isn't a consistent performer. But I think if you've got a full season under Klopp, with a full pre-season as well, this time next year, I don't think there'll be any doubts that he's worth that, and you'd be asking for more money than that, to be perfectly honest. But thoughts on that in the comments below. Two other stories. Joe Allen's been interviewed quite a lot, actually. He's over with Wales, obviously, for the Euros, and he said how the nicknames that he's been given have been a bit dangerous. He said, obviously, the tag the Welsh savvy did him no favours whatsoever. Doesn't really like to refer to the Perlo one either, but he has found humour in the Jesus comparisons. Amazing. Hopefully, and hopes he can use that to inspire his teammates. I don't know. It is true though, but it's an interesting one, and it's telling that it's the first time he's really come out and said it, because it's massive millstone having that attachment. And, Brendan Rodgers, it goes back to being Liverpool, and everything does for Brendan Rodgers' reign, and how it's about getting off on the wrong foot. And that, I think that typified so many of the things that people didn't like about the manager that stayed with him for his entire Liverpool tenure, stemmed from that documentary. And that was another one that if he'd just not said that, or if he just said that away from the camera, or if no one had watched that series, it would have been absolutely fine. But ultimately, Joe Allen's had to live with the curse of being labelled the Welsh version of one of the best centre midfielders ever to play the game. And he's hoping that it can move on, but he's also hoping to inspire people for more beards and long hair as well, which is fair play to him. Last story, Christian Benteke, this came out yesterday. He's been talking about his future as well. He said, obviously, he's young. He's 25. He's neither young nor old, but he needs to be playing football. And he says he's happy at Liverpool. He's got a contract at Liverpool, but if he's not in the manager's plans, he'll have to consider his future, which is absolutely fair play. Interesting that there's a discussion with Paul Joyce on the Anfield website, which I highly recommend checking out, particularly off the back of all the hectic stuff at the weekend. And he says Liverpool not interested in a centre forward, according to him. Although I do wonder whether that would change dependent upon whether Christian Benteke stays at the club or not. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Can you think of a situation where you'd be happy to keep Benteke? Do you think, again, a full pre-season and a full season with Jurgen Klopp in charge, do you think he could be a useful asset for the club next year, or is he just gone? Should we be doing everything in our power to get him out of the football club? Thoughts in the comments below. If you haven't done so already, we've got an exclusive subscriber show, the brainchild of Mr. Steve Hoare. I don't know how well you can see this. In this episode, it's building LFC's perfect centre-back. We're going to be going through all the positions for Liverpool and talking about this over the coming weeks. You can pick, we've decided on the main attributes the Liverpool centre-back will require: positional leadership, technical ability, decision-making, area ability, tackling, pace. And then from all the Liverpool players in the Premier League era to play at centre-half, you can only pick that attribute for one player. So ultimately combining these players to make the ultimate centre-back. It doesn't make a massive amount of sense, but it does, and it's funny and it's great, and it's on the redmentv.com. It should keep you occupied in the build-up to the European Championships, and if you can't be arsed with that, until the return of pre-season. Anyway, thanks for watching. Go and subscribe to the redmentv.com right now.